Hey guys, we are coming into Ohio right now, corn country, baby. We are heading up to Grand Lake St. Mary's. I'm going fishing with a longtime friend, Cody Deaton. He's been telling me about shooting some of these docks up here, and man, I'm just taken away with what I'm seeing. The housing and the real estate around here is beautiful. I might even have to give Scott Ross Realty a call while I'm up here. Man, they've got some nice places up here on this lake. Man, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to sleep tonight. Cody's been out there shooting them docks, says he's on them, they're stacking up under the docks, and me living on Reelfoot, I don't get to dock shoot very much at all. Very seldom do I ever get to dock shoot, so this is really gonna be a treat for me. I can't wait to get out there in the morning and get on this lake. It's looking awesome. Not a lot of chop, not a lot of wind, weather's good. I can't wait to get out there and get some of these fish on the hook. I've spent most of my life chasing success, chasing money, chasing respect. Truth is, nothing has brought me joy like being right here on the water. Rod in hand, hook on the line, chasing crappie. I am a crappie angler. These are our stories, and this is On the Hook.
Hi, I'm Cody Deaton, and I'm a crappie angler. Right out of high school, I joined the military, Air Force specifically. I did IT work for a combat communications squadron out of Springfield, Ohio. So I've really traveled the country, seen a lot of great things, but everything brought me back to crappie fishing here out my home lake at Grand Lake St. Mary's. After I got out of the military, I started doing local IT work. I got tired of a desk job, 9 to 5 every day, and just wanted to be outdoors. So I went to pursue a career in the crappie industry. And I just enjoy being able to prove to myself that it is doable. You know, seeing new people coming in, adults and children especially. You know, kids are always in video games, want to stay inside, don't want to get active outside. So it's great to be able to pull children and adults newly into crappie fishing. Locally here on Grand Lake St. Mary's, we love to shoot pontoons, and that's what we're going to do today.
Man, we have got a beautiful day here on Lake St. Mary's. One thing about this lake that I'm getting ready to get a lesson on, that's dock shooting. That's one of the techniques that I don't personally use a whole lot, but up here, man, everybody dock shoots. I don't know about you, Cody, but like when I dock shoot, I try to get about 2/3 down on my rod for amount of line out, and I want it to be right about my hip when that pole loads up. About 1/3 of the way down, that's where I release. Is that about the way you do it too?
I do a little bit more than that, and unfortunately, I don't suggest to anybody, I'm a hook grabber. A lot of guys like to grab that jig head. It's a lot safer. You're not getting caught by that hook, but since I've been a kid, I've always grabbed that hook, and about hip is about the same as I do. Come right back to your hip pocket and
dock shooting is a great technique for being able to get up underneath the docks, some of the pontoons, get up underneath them because those fish will get and they'll hide way in the back. And the only way to get to them is by loading the rod up with a small jig and shooting that bait back underneath that. Yeah, I grab the jig head, and what did I tell people is remember, see no evil. You cover the eyes. That way your fingers are out of the way of the hook.
I've never heard that, but that's a good tip. Absolutely.
I tell people, see no evil. And then I just load it up, let her fly, and hope for the best.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun tactic. It's kind of lost when you go other places. You know, everybody used to fish in deep water.
Yes.
Stump, standing timber, roaming fish out in open water.
Yeah.
Here, you know, our lake's predominantly 4 to 6 feet everywhere you go, even the main lake.
Predominantly black crappie, right?
Yep,
and
black
they
fish.
like to school in mega schools, and this is a good, well, it's about the only cover in this lake.
Yeah, you've got a lot of man-made structure, pontoons, docks, boat lift. There is some brush, some buck brush, some lay down, stuff like that. But it's too shallow to get that, you know, that standing structure like you get at other lakes.
Okay.
So during the spawn, you'll get them fish to come up into the brush a little bit, but that's really the only time you're gonna catch a good majority of fish in the brush is during the spawn. You will get pre-spawn and post-spawn fish that are gonna be on the rocks and kind of roaming middle of the channel. Ice off is another good time where you can just fan cast a float in the middle of the channel and catch fish.
Just out here in open
Just
water.
out in the open water. Yep.
Okay.
And then any other time of the year, I'm usually doing this right here, shooting pontoons, shooting docks.
Now, what do you look for? Is it the cover being put on that way you don't think it's moved in a while to give them a chance?
So that is one thing, but my big thing, I know it's weird, this one not in particularly, but when it gets the colder months, when it starts cooling off, I'm looking for black.
Okay.
Black covers, black pontoons, because to me, that's telling me that pontoon's gonna heat up quicker.
Okay.
But I like these pontoons that run horizontal with the bank.
Okay.
Right along the bank, you know, rocks, these seawalls and stuff. For some reason, they produce better fish, in my opinion. And that is the dangers of shooting pontoons with these little rods. Is you set the hook into one, miss it, that jig is coming flying back. Especially
Yeah, he got me right in between my fingers yesterday. Don't let him play it off. Right?
Especially in this shallow water, you know, them fish are biting close to you and close to the top of the water. So if you set the hook and miss, these light 32nd ounce jig heads are gonna come flying.
Coming flying like a BB, man. Yeah, I squalled a little bit when I felt that hook hit me in the hand yesterday. I thought for sure you was gonna bear down on me.
A lot of times when you shoot underneath them pontoons, they're up shallow and they're just waiting for something to fall down, just like that.
There we go.
And they'll hit it right off the bat. You don't have to let that bait sink. You just flip that bail and start reeling.
You about got me talked into switching colors.
That pink and chartreuse, man, is the real deal on this lake. Pink and chartreuse, black and chartreuse, monster milk.
Okay.
And anything like that is what's main colors on this lake. You will get some purples, some blues like you're shooting there.
Yeah, that moon dust glow.
Yep. But this is my go-to here.
Well, I just looked at the water, and I figured that moon dust glow would do real well.
And we had an algae issue a few years ago, but the state and really everybody locally, you know, we've got a lot of private areas on this lake.
Yeah.
People are paying money in the private areas to put their own personal like oxygen systems and aerators.
Well, I saw the bubbles coming up, and I figured it was oxygenators of some sort, but I didn't know the reasoning behind
Yep.
it.
So a lot of lakes in the country you're seeing have that algae issue, and that oxygen really helps fight that. So everybody around the lake, state and residential, are really doing a good job to clean the water quality up. The last 2 years, it's been absolutely phenomenal. Every weekend during the summer, you'll see every campground stacked with people. Completely full. It's hard to get into a campground around here. We've got boaters beaches out on the main lake there.
Okay.
And we've got bands that come out and play on the water, actually. They've got a floating pontoon. They'll go out and play on the water.
Keep on talking. I'm gonna listen as I change colors.
Another blackfish. But yeah, they'll get bands playing on the water at Boaters Beach. You'll have boats just tied onto each other, just having a great time swimming, talking. Everybody just a big party out there on the main lake all summer. We have a lot of really good restaurants actually on the lake that you can just pull up to.
I saw some of those. That was I like lakes that have the restaurants you can just pull up to, grab you something to eat, and go back to fishing.
Yep, you just pull up. They've got docks, and most of the time during the summer there will also be bands playing at those locations.
Yeah.
So you get live music, really good food, pretty much anywhere you go on the lake here. So it's a nice tourist lake, and it's also a great crappie lake. A lot of big channel cat tournaments here as well. This electric chicken is wearing them out. That's a little bit smaller.
You wearing me out right now.
That's a little smaller fish, but again, man, they're for a 6, 7 inch fish, they're healthy, and they're swallowing this thing.
Yeah.
So I'm using the electric chicken small fry from Crappie Monster, and that's my favorite color on this lake, both in that small fry and the uppercut. It works any time of the year, that electric chicken color. Probably my second favorite color is that Monster Milk or margarita.
Okay.
And mainly margarita.
Margarita is one of my favorite colors by far.
And I like Mexican food, so it kind of goes hand in hand there. Yeah, that margarita's a neat color. I remember she was probably been, what was it?
The first time we met.
3 years ago we met, you showed me that.
Yeah.
This guy could sell ice to an Eskimo, and he's holding this bait up in the air. And it goes from green to blue to red.
Yeah.
And I just don't know what the heck he did with it, but he made a stellar color.
And so far, nobody has knocked that color off. They haven't been able to replicate it. I made that color by accident. You know how I got its name Margarita? I wake my wife up 3 o'clock in the morning and say, hey baby, I just made this bait change colors in the light. She said, are you drunk? I said, Margarita, that's it.
There it is.
It reminds me of the salt on top of the glass.
Yep, that's
It
good,
does.
because it takes the color of anything that's in the cup.
It takes
That
the color
salt
of
does.
anything that's in the cup.
Absolutely, yeah, you hold that thing up to the air, it'll turn blue, red, green, all kinds of colors.
Well, as the light hits it, it'll flicker like an actual shad, but it'll flicker different colors, kind of
Yeah.
like fireworks.
And that's neat. You can come out here and throw a cast net on these shad out here, and they'll all be different colors.
They'll be
just a
purple,
shade
they'll
of
be
different
blue,
color.
they'll be red. As you roll them over,
Yep,
they'll
and,
change color.
And that's mainly what these fish are eating here is them shads. That's why that margarita works.
yeah. Let's get back to that butt whooping you putting on there.
We're a little early,
Yeah.
I'd say, especially in the morning here. We'll probably find some bigger fish later in the day, but shoot, I'd take a bucket of 10 inches any day of the week.
Oh, well, 10 inches is all that I want to eat. I don't like them when they get real big. I like them crispy pieces of bacon.
Yep, they
I like my bacon crispy.
they clean up good and missing out. And there's that tree. Come on, buddy,
He
get off.
said, and there's that tree.
Get off that tree. Nope, there she goes. I ain't gonna have to decorate for Christmas, I'll tell you that.
Somebody else had done got the tune
there's-
underneath there.
There's plenty of ornaments up there.
Well, I can see yours. I can see a red and chartreuse. If you ever want to know what color you need, just look in the trees.
Look in the trees.
Here.
You know, you could probably start a bait shop up in them trees.
Well, we got the best one. You got the best ones off of this pontoon. Let's go see if we can't find some good ones on a different one.
Yeah, let's get after it. Over that first pontoon of the day, that wasn't too bad.
That wasn't bad.
We pulled quite a few keepers off there.
One thing about dock shooting, when you get back one of these channels, you can hit all these docks in one run, and then you can run to another channel on down the lake somewheres, and you just pick them off one by one, eliminating water until you get to that perfect spot.
So we're rolling up on a pontoon. It's sitting next to an aluminum lift, which on this lake is a go-to for us, what we're usually fishing,
Yeah.
between aluminum lifts and pontoons. So this in particular should hold quite a few fish with the metal dock, aluminum lift, and the pontoon sitting there. So,
But
we-
you can't shoot that one because of the lift under it.
Correct. We can't shoot that one because there's metal bars that roll across. So now you can dip it or pitch a cork to it.
Okay.
But this pontoon here right next to it, we can definitely get under.
Got one? Good one?
Nope. Choked it though, absolutely choked it. And boys are eating good here. Just another 9-inch fish.
And what's the limit here?
The limit is 30 per person and 9-inch size.
Okay, so that's
Gotta be-
keeper fish.
Yep, gotta be over 9. So yeah, we'll mainly catch all keeper fish. It's just trying to find them pound plus fish.
Yeah, them pound plus fish.
Now this lake's got it, plenty, but this time of year gets a little tough to find them when they're just now roaming main channels, coming up underneath into structure for that fall bite.
Okay. We are making a bunch of moves today. We're moving around a lot. We haven't found that epic spot that we're looking for just yet.
Yeah, this is
One of them black top.
one of them black pontoons here. So
I don't think it's been moved a whole lot. See all the bird poop on top?
yeah, it's been here for quite a while. This one should hold some fish. The only problem is there's a lot of this duckweed on top of the
yes.
water, so you gotta let that bait fall through it. It's gonna fall a little slower. almost wonder if this duckweed's not kind of
Messing with something.
messing with them.
I
Everywhere
know a real foot, when duckweed gets like that, just pass it up.
Yeah, everywhere we go, we're catching fish besides these spots with a duckweed on it. There's ain't much happening there. Yeah, this wasn't in here 2 days ago.
Oh, the duckweed.
The duckweed wasn't in here a couple days ago.
We'll spin around, hit one of them other ones there.
Yep.
There we go.
There's another fish. So as we're getting at the outside of this duckweed, literally, there's a duckweed line right here. No duckweed, and we first pontoon we flip under, we catch a fish. So we just fished 2 black covered pontoons, caught a few fish on them. Switched to the next one right next to it, which is white with a red cover. Didn't get a bite. So we're gonna head down this channel here to this next black pontoon.
I spy a black pontoon.
Yep. we're gonna hit that next black pontoon there and hopefully pull a couple more good fish off of it. What exactly got you into crappie fishing? I know you had other businesses.
Not having the cell phone service is what got me fishing.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can do when you get out and you get away from everything.
Did you see a little pitiful shot I just made there? It made it about 4 feet from the trolling motor.
Yeah, and that's just it. You can have people out here, whether they be professional anglers or just anybody off the street, and you come out here, teach them how to do this. Even you make a bad shot.
Yeah, everybody makes bad shots.
And fishing is just about that. You don't have to be perfect. You can come out here, you can throw a float and sit all day and just talk.
Yeah.
Or you could come out here and you can do stuff like this, which is a little bit more advanced. But again, if you just practice, like when I was a kid, I'd throw a coffee cup up along the wall.
Yeah.
And sit in the kitchen and shoot at the coffee cup. All right, you ready to head over to the next one?
Yep, let's rock out.
We'll get over there where we know where there's a bunch of fish at.
Well, we've made it to our new spot. Check it out and see what we got going here.
Get him?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on.
Come on. Another little one. These fish will eat anything right now.
That'll just go show you guys. That wasn't no giant, but we did just catch a crappie with a guy's jackhammering right beside us. That was kind of cool. Check that one off my bucket list. Man, Cody's really been putting it on me. He is dialed in on his dock shooting.
Hey, you want to do me a favor?
What's that?
Catch a good fish.
Want to do me a favor? Cody has done caught 3 to my 0. I'm gonna have to do something here. So I did one of those quick draws on him with my pocket knife. I had that dude out and ready. I knew what I was gonna do before I did it. Even though that I had just cut that line was on top of the water, and we hand lined that fish in. We were able to retrieve that fish, get it out and release it. So everything was no harm, no foul, except for him relining his reel. We had another great day on the water, and I have to say, I was super impressed with Grand Lake St. Mary's and the sheer numbers of the fish that are up here. Cody gave me a run for my money and showed me how them pros shoot them docks. It's a totally different technique for anglers like me, and I gotta tell you, it was a lot of fun. We caught the numbers that we came after up here, but we lost a lot of tackle while we was at it. So we're gonna close out this show over at Rocky Water Outfitters and resupply before heading on to the next lake. Hey man.
How you doing?
That old lake was rough on my tackle box today.
Well, what are you needing?
Well, I'm gonna have to get some more of them jig heads and maybe a couple bags of plastics.
Well, let me show you where it's at.
All right. Another thing that Travis does here at Rocky Water Outfitters is they wrap boats, they wrap trucks and cars. They also make carpet decals for boats and make custom apparel. Well, we got all reloaded on those Crappie Monster plastics, and now it's time to hit the road. Join us next week as we head down to one of the all-time greats, Lake D'Arbonne, Farmerville, Louisiana, and we try to put some of them southern crappie on the hook.